Hi everyone, it is day 5 of the Love Expanded challenge, and if you're just joining in and you don't know what this is, or you still don't know what this is and you've been watching, I have committed to focusing on love for the next 365 days, and it's called the Love Expanded challenge, and it's really what we focus on expands. So I want to focus on expanding my love. The reason is this is one of my top 5 goals for the year, and it's the last 90 days of the year, and I don't read over my goals every single day, which I probably should, but I noticed now that I'm focusing on my goals more, I wanted to focus on love, and I needed an everyday reminder of doing it. And so it was kind of a spur of the moment, just picked up the phone and started recording. But it's already been such a good thing in my life because I have to think about it every single day, and it's made me a lot more introspective of how I am showing up for myself and how I can expand my love both for myself and for other people around me too. And last night I was having a conversation with one of my really good friends. She moved away, I think 3 or 4 years ago, but we were pretty much best friends, and we would talk a lot and see each other a few times a week. And then she moved away, and we weren't in contact as much, but we would still connect a lot. And she called me yesterday and she said, "Oh, where have you been the last little while? I haven't been feeling you present, so I haven't been contacting you. And now I'm getting all these people saying hi and reaching out and offering support, and I've been accepting it. And even when this started, I knew this would happen, and I opened myself up to receive, and receiving has been something that I've worked on a lot in my life. But I noticed that it's easy for me to say yes when someone offers me something. It's still a conscious thing, and I'm still very aware of my energy when someone is offering me something, but she made me realize that I'm saying no with my energy so that people don't even ask. So where in my life am I saying no energetically and cutting off the incoming stream of goodness? If that's love, if that's money, if that's good feelings, happiness, joy, friendships, anything, like where am I cutting off this supply of goodness? Which is real. It's taking receiving to the next level for me. So, little story, I grew up in South Africa on this farm, and I was the little girl. I was probably 7 years old, and we had a farm, and my parents were having some event because there was another couple with their daughter who was my age, kind of at the entrance taking money, like entrance fees or something, and I was hanging out with them for the day at the entrance booth, and they had my favorite cookies. These were the Lady Finger biscuits, and my parents never got those, and I loved them so much, and they offered me some, and I didn't know how to say yes. I kept saying no. I wanted them so much, but I didn't know how to say yes to the thing I wanted the most. And that is such a distinct memory for me because I was so torn between wanting something but not knowing how to say it. And then after my divorce, it was something I've just concentrated on a lot. It was a very intense practice at times to open myself to receiving, especially as the feminine. The feminine is the receiving, and the masculine energy is more of the giving. And I was really good at the masculine, the give. And I think a lot of us, women and men, it's not gender specific, sometimes we're told that it's better to give and not to receive, which is false, because then the energy cycle is not open, it's just one-sided. And so this is me taking that receiving to a whole new level and opening up the flow of energy within myself. It's not just a one-to-one exchange, when someone offers me something I say yes, but having that cycle and that energetic loop be open all the time, so I get more offers of everything. I want all the goodness in life. I want money, and I want love, and I want friendship and happiness and joy and stuff. I went to the farmer's market yesterday, and this is partly of what reminded me. I got all this free stuff in Salt Lake City jail. They have this program where they grow produce. It is the most beautiful produce ever. And they have these eggs. And when my kids opened the eggs, and I buy good eggs all the time, they didn't realize that eggs were supposed to be that orange. They were so beautiful. So I went last week and they didn't have any because they said they're out of cartons. So I still had one carton left. I took it to them and they were so surprised that I brought a carton back. They were like, what? So I go to pay, it's only $13 and I have this bag of produce and I see on their cash and I thought, oh shoot, the one day I don't have cash. So I only had like $4. I think my bill was 13 something and I was like, oh, let me go find an ATM. I don't have enough cash. And they were like, oh no, you just take it. Just take it for what you have. They were so grateful for me bringing back the carton. They like, it's a fair trade. Just, you know, thanks for supporting us. And it opened me so that I spent money more at other places. And again, there was a donation at the little farm that they host the farmers market at. They had eggs. And I didn't get eggs at the jail again, so I was on the hunt for eggs, and they had just a six count carton of eggs. And again, it was cash donation for it. And I've donated before, and I asked them, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's the donation, that's fine. And he's like, no, just take them. I'm trying to give them away. And so I loved receiving, and I graciously received, but also it made me spend at other booths that I probably wouldn't have, because I was just like in this flow of giving and receiving. And I think that's, if we can always be in that flow, and I want to be in that flow more and more. So also I want to challenge you all to, if you want to expand your love and if you want to have more love in your life, I want to challenge you to maybe doing this as well. I've already had a few people join the Love Expanded challenge and say that they're going to do it. So if you are, and so I'm doing it for 365 days. I'm doing it a whole year, but that's because that's my goal. If you even want to do it 5 days, 10 days, 21 days, 30 days, 90 days, whatever it is, I challenge you to set the parameters, declare how many days or the time period that you're wanting to expand your love in, and make a video. Use the hashtags Standing Together in Love and Love Expanded Challenge so we can follow you and that you can be accountable too. It's a really beautiful experience. I invite you to try it out. It's beautiful for yourself and also your community. I think it allows other people to reach out, and it opens the energy flow so that we're not so closed off and in our little silos with life and work and social media and the disconnected world we live in sometimes. So let's connect more. Okay. Love, love, love me, and love, love, love you. I'll see you again tomorrow.